Hi friends, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. This is Gina. I am here with you to talk about another new rotating car seat. So, my last rotating car seat video comparing them all did super well, so I wanted to update with some other options that have come out since that time frame. I already covered one other one, so right now what's directly in front of me is going to be the Maxi-Cosi Emme 360. And this is a car seat that has a ton of features. So it is really packed to the brim, lots of good features, and we're gonna go over those with you and kind of highlight what makes this guy special. So to start off, this comes in a host of really nice colors. I'm showing it here in the black, but they do a really cool camel or sand color, which obviously I would have been into. They do blues, they do all sorts of different colors. So if you want to get a really fun looking seat, this is definitely a nice option. The other thing that I'll say I'm going to give them an A+ for is I have never seen a seat lined with so much cushioning and padding in my entire career. So if you were curious which seat is the plushest or has the highest degree of padding, I would say that this one is going to be a front runner. I've never pushed on a seat, even with pieces removed, and felt so much nice seating material and foam padding. So I really have to give them an A+ for that. I think they've done a nice job with that. It's a very sleek looking seat. Another cool feature is they have this very particular type of cup holder that you can spin and adjust for sippy cups that have the grabby handles on the side. I thought that that was a very cool innovation. And like other rotating seats, so like the Even Flow 360, this is going to be a rear-facing seat, a forward-facing seat, and a booster seat that you do not have to reinstall. So with some of the other seats, they only rotate toward a door when they're in a rear-facing mode. This guy can go rear to forward. I don't have it installed fully right now, but this is just to give you an idea. So you can move it from rear to forward facing and adjust the height very easily. So let's say you were a caregiver or somebody that had children of different ages, maybe some will sit forward, some will sit backward in a car seat, and you want one seat just installed that can do it all. This guy would be a nice option for that, and it's definitely more premium than the REVV 360. The material alone on this is like unbelievable. So if you wanted one that can do it all, this is going to be your guy. Now, that being said, I am going to turn this toward the camera if I can. And like I said, it's not fully installed right now, so normally it would not move this much. But it comes with like 9 million different pillow pieces. I shouldn't say 9 million, but it does come with 1, 2, 3 separate pillow pieces. This can be removed. It's only used in rear facing. This guy, however, now this is sort of like part of my bone to pick with this seat. This body pillow has to be used rear or forward facing with a kid up to 30 pounds. And it reads in the manual, must be used. So if they're gonna have it be super specific and like a safety element of the product, I would appreciate that written somewhere on the pillow. So as a caregiver, I would know to do that if for whatever reason I didn't read the book. Because let's be real, most people are not reading car seat manuals, even though they should, and that is their responsibility. Most people don't do it. So I just find it odd that they don't mark it somewhere on here that that would be something that they expect you to do, since it's part of the must do in the book. That being said, there's other very specific conditions attached to using the seat in certain positions. And to be honest, because I do so many of these, it's hard to remember every single specific thing. But I know that for a rear-facing child, they would need to be under 40 pounds and under 40 inches. Why does that matter? Most other car seats that you encounter when they're in a rear-facing mode, they don't actually have a rear-facing height limit or a standing height limit for a rear-facing child. The rule of thumb in those situations is as long as their torso doesn't go past the shoulder harness height, then there is no problem. Meaning, like, they don't need to give you a specific height indicator because you can use the seat the entire duration of the harness height in it the whole time that you're using it. I think it's interesting that with this guy, and I would need to check on that even flow, I don't have it anymore, but I suspect that there's those type of restrictions as well, and it's because these seats do the 360 rotation. I think NUNA can manage to avoid that type of weird information on their product because they have such a low weight limit for both rear and forward facing. That one's only 40 pounds. Additionally, the torso, the seated torso height is going to be shorter on that. And that is something I tend to focus on. I'm going to grab a tape measure really fast and measure the harness on this guy. Let me have this tape measure. There's probably one in there. Thanks. Let's measure this and see. Again, just removing these pieces. Going all the way down. And it's like an inch of padding there, so I'm really going to have to push down to get all the way deeply down. But I would say your seated torso height on this guy is 15.5 or 16 inches. So it is lower than what you would get on other car seats. Your rear facing weight limit on it, I believe, is 40 pounds. Yeah. So 40 pounds, 40 inches, forward facing to 65 pounds, and then a booster seat until we are 100 pounds or 52 inches. Now, the other seat that I reviewed, they did a booster seat up to 57 inches. And you'll see that that headrest also went higher. So if your child is tall, this may not be the best solution for you. But I think you're going to be hard pressed to find any 360 seat that's going to be hyper accommodating for tall children, just based on sort of the physics of the way these work with the rotating on the base. It's very complicated to get into, so I don't want to do that in this video, but that's going to be sort of the main takeaway there. Like I said, other features that are really cool, they have the magnetic buckle for the chest clip, which is really great. Although if your child has any type of, devices, you can't use this one, but it is definitely a cool feature. And then they also have this piece here to hold the harness back, so that's included as well, which is really nice. Like I said, if you're looking for a beautiful seat that does 360-degree rotation, that also has an anti-rebound plate, this seat meets a lot of my criteria in terms of being awesome. There are some things about it, like I said, the hyper-specific use of body pillows and certain height restrictions for certain uses that I'm not particularly fond of. But it's certainly easy enough to use and very, very nice looking, and a great option if you want premium for slightly less expensive. So check out my video of how it installs in the car. It is definitely one of the strangest that I've done so far. Certainly easy enough, but unique. And we look forward to seeing you in other videos. Hit like, hit subscribe, and see what else is on deck for 2023. Thanks so much for checking in.